You're welcome to physics practical for number 1, and that is on the mechanics. And if you look at the instruction given, we have 3 retorts stands. And if you look at the system, the way I said this, you have 1 retort stand, 2 retort stand, and the 3 retort stand. I am using them for different purposes. Even this third one may be optional. You may even decide to hold it by the hand, but I think it's better I have it like this, fixed by meter rule. And I'm asked to use G clamp, but then I am using this clamp. G clamp, Y clamp, what matters is they are holding and keeping something. A spiral spring, if you look at this place, you're going to see a spiral spring is here. All right, this is the spiral spring I'm asked to use, fine. And I need 2 100 cm rulers, 1 ruler and another ruler. I need 100 gram mass. This is my 100 gram mass, labeled M. So this is my 100 gram mass, labeled M. Good. Then I have 2 pieces of thread with loop. This is a loop. Loop means I can open it. You see, this is a loop. I can also close this, put this way. Yes, for adjustable. That is 1 loop. Then I have another loop, whereby when the time comes, I will remove this loop, put this loop, and also put this one. I hope you are getting the point now. All right. So I have a stopwatch, but I'm not using stopwatch here. I'm not using stopwatch here because I don't know what these smart guys are doing. But then I am doing what I have to do. Then an optical pin. This is the optical pin. A sellotape. These are my sellotape. Okay, the sellotape is not here. Let me get it. Hold on. Okay, so this is the sellotape I have used to make this and this position. I fix this point there. All right. Then the aim of the instrument, the aim of this system, the whole thing I want to determine is to find the spring constant, K. The spring constant of this spiral spring, K. Even if I bring in stopwatch, I can also use it. Maybe I can find another table. But that's okay. Now, what is the instruction? I'm going to be pasting the instruction on the screen for you to see. Then the instruction said, set up the apparatus as shown without 100 cm mark. So there is no 100 cm mark, right? This 100 cm is not here. So the next thing is point of suspension P and Q. This is P, this is suspension for P, and this is suspension for Q. Then they are 90 meters apart. From here to here is 90 meters. That means I place this one as 5 cm. Come and show it. At this 5 cm, I place this part at 5 cm. All right. This one at 95th cm mark. So even though I close it. So then the pin is attached to the lower end of the helical spring using plasticine. This is the plasticine, like I'm using chewing gum, and this is the lower end of this spring, either helical spring or spiral spring. That will be fine. I think if you are doing your own experiment, if you are using stopwatch, you need to have helical spring. It's sweeter to do instead of this one. Then a short string connects the lower end of the string to loop 2. This is the small loop, a small string, not spring, string. This is it. All right, so what do we do? Loop 1 is attached to P. This is loop 1. And this loop 1 is attached to P with a long string. This is my long string, okay? And the meter rule AB, this is A and this is B. Yes, this is A and this is B, which is the length of the meter rule, are at equal height from the bench. This is the bench. This is my bench. I hope you are seeing the bench. Good, this is the bench. So from here to here and from here to here, they are equal length. All right, so I'm going to make a loop at this place, and that is 5 cm mark, at 5 cm mark. All right, So hang this is at 95 cm mark. So I have 90 cm mark between these 2 points, and I'm giving this one as A and B. This is a point P, and this is my point Q, and the diagram on the screen is showing you this is the meter rule, this is my spring, and this is the pointer, the pin we are asked to use. Then, so after setting it up like this for any physics teacher, my colleague, please, and then students who are planning to start it, the instruction says that loop 1 okay, I've said that the pin is attached to the lower end of the spring. So this is the lower end of the spring, and then this is the plasticine, this is the string, right? This is the particular string. Good. Now what I'm going to do now is let us start the main experiment. Loop 1 is attached to P. This is loop 1 with a long string and a meter rule AB. I have said that. And they must be at equal length. As they are at equal length right now, we are going to measure the height of the pin. And the height of the pin is going to be our L naught. But I'm going to label it as Y naught. So what did you see? That's 3.1. Let me confirm. 2 people. Better. That 3.1 is good. That 3.1 is good. So I'm going to record my Y naught to be 3.1 cm. All right. Okay. Now, when that one is done, I am going to be suspending a mass. And when I suspend this mass, something will happen. That will cause an extension. There will be a pulling down, an extension from what we used to have. But then, remember, if this is a tensional force holding this pin, and this is another force, downward force, this is upward force, this is downward force. Whenever you have upward force and downward force, they are going to cause a torque, a kind of turning with this meter rule. But that particular force hanging here, in fact, let me not bring torque in, let's just keep it simple. Once I hang this mass at different lengths on the meter rule before the center of gravity, there must be a force which will affect the extension. Remember, our intention is to determine the spring, the constant, the spring constant of this spring. All right, so what I'm going to do is the first thing, when I come in here, I'm going to adjust this loop, which is 100 cm mark, from 10 cm. The value of X is going to be, when this particular point is going to be fixed, I'm going to be changing the value of, I'm going to be adjusting this loop, and each adjustment will lead to an extension from the spring. So, and this place is going to be my X. So I'm not going to have a different value for this. What I will just do is from here to here, you just do your recording or keep it and just have it. That is just what I'm going to do. I can also say, yeah, that's the way I want it to be. Then for any place I record the X, I will record the corresponding value of the length or height of the pin from wherever it is. Then the last thing I'm going to do is to find Y naught minus Y. Because of the way I position my meter rule, if I position it differently, I can also have Y minus Y naught, depending on how my meter rule is positioned. So let's keep going, all right? And I'm also going to welcome your critical analysis of this experiment. And you know, physics experiment is very interesting. There are some things I may see now, which there are something I may see later, which I didn't see at the time of this. But as far as I'm concerned, this is Hooke's law to determine the value of force constant. All right, let's go. So I've measured the first one, which is 5. I put it at 10, which is 5. So I'm going to repeat this experiment for 10. I'm going to go for 15. So now I'm putting it at 15. So now it is at 15. Let us find the correction. It very clearly. I'm sure you are seeing it clearly. Tell me the value you are seeing there.
32.1.
So 32.10. Okay. So if I say 33.1, 1.00, and that is under 15.00. All right. Let's check. This is at 20, right? It's clear. All right. So let's find 31.60, and that is under 20.00. So 33.1 minus 31.6. So good. All right. So let's go to the next one. 20. The next is 25. 25 under 25 cm. 25.00. 33.1 minus 31.1. Take it from me. Okay, let's find under 30. Let's find under 30. Lastly, under 30. Okay, the pin level under 30. 29. Go ahead, 20.
30.7.
30.70. So we have 33.1 minus 30.7, which is 2.40. This is the black sheep of the family, this one. So it's a little 0.01 out of light shape. All right. So at this point, we are going to plot our graph. I am going to plot the graph of, y naught minus y, which is in cm on the vertical, against x in cm. This is my graph. And based on what I'm seeing, I am sure I'm going to have a straight line graph. Maybe it's going to pass through the origin. I don't know, but that will be when I plot the graph. Then after that, I am going to calculate k. Look at k. I'm going to calculate k, which is given as m, which is this value, m, which is this value, all over pq. Pq is where this point is fixed. This is p, and this is q, which is 90 cm. Then multiply by the slope. Multiply by the slope. So when I do this, multiply by the slope, when I take this, I'm going to have the value of this k, which is Newton per meter or kilogram per cm. Are you there?